Hey, my people. Okay, we're back in my little spot right here where I like to sit so I can talk to you guys. I'm on my husband's phone because it has really good quality where you guys can see me really well. And there, let's get my hair down so I don't look like an egghead. All right, so I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys. And listen, I am not mad at anybody with you guys, okay? Because okay. My name is Nicole, and I have been sober since July 13th of 2015. And I am on Suboxone, a medically assisted treatment program, okay? I've been on Suboxone for about 3 years, and I'm currently tapering. I'm on 6 milligrams and taper down to a lower milligram. February 14th is my next day that I go in. But I wanted to talk to you guys about the stigma surrounding medically assisted treatment and the idea that someone cannot say that they're sober if they're on medically assisted treatment, or that the only reason people say that is because they have this idea stuck in their head that the only way to be in recovery is through abstinence, which is the 12-step abstinence program, right? Which I follow. You guys know that I am a girl. Okay. I used to really, really judge people who were on medically assisted treatment because I thought all the things that people said. I thought, well, that's just trading addictions, or they're just wanting to get high. They don't really want to be sober. They're not serious about their recovery. And let me tell you something, you guys. That couldn't be farther from the truth. I have never in my life I've never had anything like I have today. I was in an active addiction for 13 years, okay? I was an IV opiate addict. I shot heroin, I shot Roxy, I shot methamphetamine, I shot cocaine, I shot crack, I snorted Xanaxes, I shot anything I could put into a syringe. And I did that for 7 years shooting. So when somebody tells me on my channel that they don't think or agree with my sobriety and they say I can't, that I'm not sober, it really upsets me because I've worked so hard to get where I'm at. Now, recovery is the return of something lost, okay? I am in recovery. My life has been returned to me. It was once lost. I once didn't have anything, and now I have my life back. My sanity has been returned to me. It was once lost. See? So I'm in recovery, okay? Sober is about drinking alcohol. I am sober. I haven't drank alcohol since, it's probably been 7 years. But we'll just say my last sobriety date, which is July 13th, 2015. Okay? I am on medications for depression and anxiety. I will be on those medications for the rest of my life. There are many people who are in the program who are on medications for their anxiety who are sober 20 years. But they're on Xanax. But they're sober. Taking a medication as it's prescribed and changing everything about your life and living your life the way you're supposed to live it, that's sobriety. Sobriety is, first of all, sobriety is all relative. What is sober to you? What is recovery to you? Okay, but my recovery is about my insides. It's about changing my old behaviors. Now, if you took away Suboxone today, I would go through withdrawal. Would I go out and get high? No, I would not. I would sit my ass right here and I would struggle and I would suffer and I would cry and I would throw up and I would be sick. I'd probably end up cracking and have my husband take me to the hospital. Okay? But I would not, I have changed my whole life. I am a new person. I'm not just using medically assisted treatment as a way to just hang out. I've worked my ass off, okay? And I'll be damned if anybody tells me that I'm not in recovery and that I'm not sober. Okay, I used to shoot everything I could in a needle in my veins. I was a straight criminal. Okay, I was a straight junkie. So, you guys, I think a lot of people, this is the thing, this is what happens too. On this platform, there's a lot of real addicts, and then there's some people that haven't even, like, maybe they used to take hydros. Okay, that's not my story. I was a bottom of the barrel, fucking trash can ass junkie. Okay, so taking Suboxone to me, that ain't shit. All right, it's not shit. It doesn't do. The only thing it does for me is not. I don't have cravings. But also, I don't have cravings for all those other drugs because I've worked my ass off for my recovery. So when people come on here and they tell me, oh, well, I'm not judging, I'm just saying, no, honey, listen. If you're talking about me and my recovery, about my recovery to me, then that means you're not working on yours. So this is what we got to do. If you got time to tell someone else whether they're sober or not, this is what I do. I say, you know what? That's not my, I need to focus on me. All right. I try to help everybody. I don't care if you're, I don't care what your program is. I don't care if you're on maintenance. I don't care if you're 12 steps. I don't care if you're, I don't care what it is, you guys. I don't judge, and I always bring you guys the truth with love. And it really, it's hurtful. It's hurtful because I've worked really hard for everything I have. And I've worked really hard to learn about the disease of addiction. And I've worked really hard to build my platform so I can help you guys. So when people come on and they tell me, that really hurts my feelings. It bothers me because I've worked really, really hard. I've worked hard for my recovery, you know. Oh, Suboxone doesn't keep me sober. All right? If it did, you know, even if it did, okay. I could go out today and get high if I wanted to get high. I have recovered from a seemingly hopeless state of mind and body. If I wanted to go get high on cocaine right now, I could go get high on cocaine. I have changed my behaviors. I have changed my life. I really want you guys to think too, if you're not on medically assisted treatment and you watch my videos, I really want you to think in your heart, what good does it do when you tell someone like me who's working really hard to improve their life and change and be better? What good is it do to tell someone like me that I'm not sober, that my recovery, basically that my recovery isn't valid? Is that hard? Is that helping me? You know, I know that I'm on an opiate, you guys. I know that. I also know that the amount that I'm on is so not even to all the shit I was on before that it's not even, I can't even explain it to you guys. All I can tell you guys is that I was shooting dope every single day. And now I'm not. You have to watch replay, but I finally caught alive. Hey, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you commented too. Welcome. What's your first name? Is it Megan or Melissa? So I just want you guys to know, I knew this would happen eventually because there's a lot of people that are new on my channel. And I just want you guys to know, like, if you disagree, that's fine. But on this channel, we keep it to ourselves because here's the deal. I want everyone to feel safe, and I want them to know that there's nobody here judging them. If you're on medically assisted treatment right now and you keep doing what you got to do to stay alive, just like I've done, okay? I've had to do what I've had to do for my life to stay alive, to be a better parent, to be a mom, to be a sister, to be a daughter. All right? I don't care what you think about Big Pharma. I don't care about any of that stuff. That doesn't matter to me. Okay? Big Pharma didn't get me addicted. All right? I take responsibility for my addiction. All right? I'm not blaming it on anybody else. If you have a resentment towards your doctors and Big Pharma, then I think you need to pray about that. But I got myself addicted, honey. I went out and picked up drugs. I set the allergy in motion. I already had the disease. I just didn't know it until I took drugs and alcohol into my body. Listen, the disease, think of it like an allergy to peanuts. You don't know you have that peanut allergy until you pop a peanut and your throat swells up. That's how it is with the disease of addiction. You don't know you have it until you take those substances into your body. So, really, guys, let's be mindful of others and not everybody is in the same place you are in your recovery. Okay? If you have jumped off Suboxone and you've been off of it for 2-3 months now, 6 months now, I applaud you. And I can't wait till I can say that too. Hey, Keith. But for the time being, that's not my experience right now. So we have to be mindful that not everyone else is where we're at. Just like where I'm at in my recovery, you guys might not be there yet. Where I'm at, so for instance, I do my meetings and I have a sponsor and I'm really big into the steps, and that's my deal. I really love that. And I have, my life is, I've got a good life going on. I've got my shit together. But just because I do doesn't mean my viewers do. So I try to put myself in your situation too. And if somebody messages me and they say, I'm struggling, can you talk about this? Well, yeah. And I'll pull myself back into that situation. What was it like for me when I was doing that? There's something, my sponsor told me this, and she says, or not my sponsor, my counselor, she said, not everyone is going to be as serious as you are about their recovery. And that's okay. That might not be what they need. And so just like what I need is to be on medically assisted treatment right now, if that's not what you need, that's okay. But that doesn't mean that my recovery isn't shit. Okay? That doesn't mean that my sobriety isn't valid. 3.5 years, you guys, I've been working my ass off. I've been working my ass off to learn new coping skills. Okay, I worked my ass off to get away from all the dope friends I had. I worked my ass off to build this channel and build a platform of people who were like-minded, who wanted to help each other stay on track. I didn't take a free ticket, okay? I didn't say, oh, I don't want to withdraw. I went into treatment. I withdrawed. I came out. I was sober for 30 days, and I was scared. I was scared that I was going to relapse, and I needed help because I knew if I relapsed, I would lose my son. So I got put on a medication that ensured that it helped me to not relapse, and I haven't relapsed. So now I'm working on getting off of it. So I just want you guys to know that if that's not your situation, that's fine. But we can all sit here and learn from each other and help each other stay sober. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, Charity. And that's why, like, nowadays, we are learning so much about the disease of addiction, and we're learning that, back in the day, you guys, it was easy to just say, oh, that person is just crazy, or they must have no values. And that was way back in the 1930s when they were first starting to deal with, all this kind of stuff and really talk about alcoholism and addiction. And now we're learning how genetically affected we are. Like my parents' side, my grandparents both struggled with addiction, and my sister is an addict. Like, that shit's passed down, And so I just want you guys to know, like, it hurts my feelings when people attack my recovery and say, even if they try to say it in a nice way, because there's really no nice way to tell somebody you don't think they're sober. Okay, so if you have to start out a sentence and the first thing you say is, I'm not judging, but, you don't need to say it. Okay? Because anything after but is bullshit. And if you have to say that you're not judging, then you are, guys. And I'm not mad at anybody, but I just had to say this because it really bothered me. Yeah, thanks, Keith. You're always so sweet. And I just want you guys to know that, like, my recovery is so, it means so much to me, you guys. My life is so much different, and I'm so grateful. But it just makes me upset, you know? And I don't want you guys to see that because I know a lot of you guys are on medically assisted treatment also, you know? And so I want you guys to know that whatever your pathway is that you've chosen, you're doing a great job. It's like, right, and the thing about it is, it's like, and I don't know if this person has been on Suboxone or not. I think they have. But, I get the vibe that this person is just really has a resentment because they became addicted. And that they blame their doctor for it. And that's the thing, you guys. We can't blame anybody for our addiction. Okay? When we got put on opiates, if it was by your doctor and you were taking them and you started overtaking them, that was a decision, the choice that you made. You know what I mean? And we have to take responsibility for our addictions. All right? It doesn't matter how it happened. It is what it is, and now we have to take responsibility. But I'll see a lot of people, a lot of addicts will say, you know, big pharma this, big pharma that. And it's like, guys, it doesn't matter, okay? Like, now we're in this situation, so now we have to work on it, you know, and Suboxone and methadone are not anything like the heroin, okay, and fentanyl. Like, they don't even come close to it. Yes, they're both opiates, but they don't even come close to it. And if you were out there kicking it with me and we were shooting dope together, you wouldn't have lasted a day if you think Suboxone and methadone is like heroin. Because listen, honey, that's I wish there was a way to screen people and find out, like, what kind of level their addiction was on. Like, because, you know, that's why they screen people in treatment and they do an assessment. Because they want to find out the severity of your addiction, how low down you've gone, so they can really learn how they can help you the most. You know, I wish that I didn't have to be down there and doing all that stupid crap I did. I wish it hadn't gotten that bad, but it did, you guys. It did, and now I have to get myself back up from that, you know? But I just want you guys to know that, like, not everyone is going to recover the same way, and that in this community here where I'm at, you are sober to me. If you are on medically assisted treatment and you're working a program, I applaud you for making the best choice for you. And you're kicking ass and taking names. Okay? And when you're ready to taper, I want you to let me know, because I'm going to be here cheering you on and holding your hand and making sure you stay on track. All right? We have to be gentle with each other. All right? We're all going through it. We're all trying to survive. We're just trying to live, you guys. Okay? I'm trying not to die. Okay? Because I know if I go back out, y'all, I'm dead. I am dead. So, and I have forgiven all of, I have forgiven all of the people that I felt resentment towards, and when I was in active addiction. Like, I forgive those people, and I've moved on, and I'm making good choices today, and I'm helping others. You know what I'm saying? So, I was talking to my counselor because I had to go up to the doctor's office the other day, and I was kind of telling her about you guys in the channel and how many people we had here that were, you know, trying to get their lives together, you know, and You guys, addiction is so powerful. Addiction to opiates is crazy. And so it makes perfect sense, all right, putting somebody on this medication so they can build their recovery, right? And they build their recovery up, and then when they've gotten a strong support system, they've got all their legal woes out of the way and all that craziness, then they can start tapering down and be successful and not relapse. You see? So it makes complete sense. But the people have to do a program and get to work on their insides while they're on the medically assisted treatment. Because if they don't, then they're just going to get off of it and want to get high on drugs because they're not changing anything. There's a saying that says, if nothing changes, then nothing changes. So if you come in and you get on MAT and you're just doing the same thing you've always done, then you're going to get the same results you've always gotten. So what you got to do when you get on the MAT is you got to get to work. You got to get to work working on the inside. Fucking identifying your triggers. Finding out why you got high in the first place. What was it inside of you that made you think, hey, you know what? I don't want to feel anymore. Let me take these drugs. What was it that pushed you to get to do drugs and alcohol? What was it? The causes and conditions. Once you can zero in on those causes and conditions and really start working on that shit and identifying it and working through it, then you can start tapering and jump off. And then you'll be successful and you'll already have a little bit of time back here in the bank, you know? So that is where I am at with all that. And I had to make a video real quick because I saw a couple of comments. And I just wanted to address them because I used to pop off too a lot in the comment section, and when I didn't agree or when I thought something some certain way. Hey, Jamie, but I'm telling you guys, like, as women and men in recovery, we really need to be mindful of others and think before we speak. You know, because not everyone is in the same spot we are. What?
Mommy, please watch out. Please watch out.
What is that?
A ruler?
Where'd you get that?
It's just a double ruler. Watch.
Jamie, where you been?
Watch. It's a double ruler.
Oh, cool. And I'm not mad or upset with anyone. I just kind of wanted to put this out there and let y'all know, like, if you have time to judge someone else's recovery, then you're not focusing on your own, and that's a slippery slope. Okay, I want all of you to succeed. Oh, it's nothing bad. I just, Kit Kat, I don't know if you know much about opioid addiction, but a lot of us here on my channel are on medically assisted treatment, okay? Combined with therapy and a program, and we're all working really hard on learning new coping skills and doing our therapy so that when we decide to get off of this medically assisted treatment, we'll be able to stay on track. And when people comment and say things like, you're not sober, or I don't, it's bothersome to me. And so I just like to let everybody know, like, you know, you can think whatever you want to inside your brain, okay? But don't come over here commenting it on here, because I want my channel and I want this to be a place of support for anyone. And if you're on medically assisted treatment and you come in and you're feeling down and out and you see somebody's comment talking about medically assisted treatment not being sober, how's that going to make you feel? It's not going to feel good. And it might not even be a comment directed at you, you know? So that I want us all to just try to be mindful, you know? And I love each and every one of you. You guys are the shit. You guys help me stay sober every single day. Okay, I have triggers. I have thoughts. I think sometimes, oh wow, wouldn't it be a great idea to go get some Xanax? And then the next thing I know, I pop on here and talk to my homies. And y'all help me stay on track. All right? So, medically assisted treatment doesn't keep me sober. Like, I still struggle today. Why are you ashamed, Michelle? Why are you ashamed, girl? Why are you ashamed? Michelle, there is nothing to be ashamed of. And this right here is exactly what I'm talking about, y'all. Thank you, Michelle, for coming in and talking about this. This is why we do not judge. We do not spit the narrative that being on Suboxone or methadone is bad or not good or not sober or not in recovery or not caring, because that's not the truth, yes. Okay? Methadone is a medication. Suboxone is a medication that is helping us stay alive. Okay? Because, Michelle, if you go back out and you relapse, you're going to die, baby girl. So if you got to be on Suboxone, fucking so be it. And you know what I say? Fuck all the people who say anything about it. Because you know what? If you aren't here, you can't recover. If you're dead in the grave, you can't get sober. So fuck them all. You know what I'm saying? Fuck people. They don't gotta live in your life. They don't gotta walk a mile in your shoes. You are doing a great job, and you do what you gotta do to stay on track. Because you know what? I promise you, baby, ain't nobody gonna be around if you fall. All these folks on here talking about it ain't being sober, it ain't this. Where they at? I'll tell you guys something else too. Every person who judged me for being on Suboxone, almost every single one of them has went back out. So, because they was focused on my recovery and not their recovery. So that is the real tea right there. When you're judging somebody else's journey, you're not paying attention to your own. And if you know what happens when you're not looking at the road, you're liable to crash and rear end somebody. So you need to get focused on you. You use that methadone as a tool, girl, and you build your recovery now. No more lollygagging. You get serious. You get yourself a sponsor. You get yourself to some meetings, and you get yourself focused in. Okay? There's nothing to be ashamed of. You know what the shameful part is? Running around and acting like you ain't got a problem. That's the shameful part. Asking for help is the courageous part. Asking for help is the hardest part, you guys. And this is what I'm talking about. This whole idea that because someone needs help, they're not sober and not serious or not in recovery, that's bullshit. Okay? It's a humbling experience to have to come in off the street, okay? Off the street, in withdrawal, you know, coming off heroin or whatever drug you're on, opiate you're on, and ask for help, okay? It was for me. I was embarrassed. I was scared. You know why? Because everybody told me that if I wasn't abstinent, then I couldn't say, then I wasn't really in recovery and I didn't care. And if I wasn't this and I wasn't that and I didn't fit into the box that everybody wanted me to fit into, why can't I just be like them? You know what? Screw that. I'm not going to be like them. I'm not them. I'm me. And Michelle, you're not them. You're you. And if methadone helps you stay off the streets and keep a needle out of your arm, girl, then you know what? You keep on doing it. All right? The only criticism or suggestion or advice that I have for you is to stay on your medication and get yourself into a program. Go to Celebrate Recovery. Go to AA or NA. Go to Smart Recovery. Go to Refuge Recovery. But you got to get yourself some support, Michelle, and you need to get into therapy, okay? And you need to do that once a month at least, go to therapy. And you need to go to a meeting at least once a week, because getting on methadone is not going to cure your addiction, all right? It's just going to keep your cravings at bay so you can handle life. You're going to have to get out there and learn how to live your life differently, okay? You're going to have to retrain your brain and start having better coping skills. It is okay, girl. Do not cry, all right? But you know, tell us, were you only doing it halfway before? And now that's what happens. We get on the methadone, we get on the Suboxone, we think, oh, our life is better now, I'm good, and we go back to living our lives regular, right? And then we relapse and we wonder why we're relapsing. Well, because nothing changed. We just got on methadone. How's that? That don't change nothing. We got to change. We got to make changes. If nothing changes, nothing changes, remember? So, and I know, like, I'm not mad. I hope you guys know I'm not mad. I'm just passionate and I'm serious about this shit. Like, there ain't nothing to be ashamed of, okay? You don't let anybody tell you that what you're doing isn't right for you. Because nobody knows, girl, but you. If you're out there relapsing, come back in, get back on your medication, and let's do this the right way, okay? Let's not fuck around this time. Let's get focused and do this the right way. Michelle, you need to get yourself a counselor who has been where you have been, okay? Who knows the deal, who has been down through there, all right? And you, listen, I'm not going to let you come in here and like, you got to get serious now, okay? That's the thing. Methadone is going to help you maintain, okay? But now you got to get serious about the recovery part, all right? I want you, this is your assignment, Michelle, to get to some meetings. And I want you to come back here and let me know that you went to some meetings. I want you to have a list of all the meetings you went to and tell us all about it. And you need to get some phone numbers from the girls at the meetings. Don't be getting no men's phone numbers, only the women. And get connected to those people and find you some sober chicks to kick it with. And then tell them, hey, how do you guys do it? Teach me what y'all do. That's how it works. All right? This is exactly why I wanted to talk about this, though, because so many people spat out stuff out of their mouths without thinking about how it can affect other people. You know, anybody who has had to get on medically assisted treatment, you guys, is ashamed, okay? Because we already feel like we are failing, like we can't do it. That's why we had to go get on medically assisted treatment. And we already feel like all of our friends who are sober without MAT are better than us. We already feel less than, you know? How long have you been on it, Michelle? My little bun looks crazy. Well, girl, if you got to be on it, then you... That's the thing, okay? So listen, I know a guy who has been on, I know a guy who's been on it like 12 years, all right? So, if Michelle, listen to me, all right? When you're off Suboxone, what happens? I mean, when you're off methadone, what happens? Do you relapse? Are you staying sober while you're on methadone, or are you relapsing on the methadone too? Here's the thing. Some people, Michelle, you might have to be on that medication for the rest of your life. And that's okay. What's wrong with that? There ain't nothing wrong with that, girl. Wouldn't you rather be on just medically assisted treatment than be dead in the grave? For someone like you, Michelle, who has been on MAT for so long, you might have changed the chemistry in your brain forever, girl, because you've been on opiates for so long. All right? You just don't be ashamed, okay? Don't be afraid, girl. You have, okay, and it's okay. Like there ain't no. Listen to me. It's not like methadone is helping you to stay on track. All right, just don't listen to anybody else. You claim your recovery and you keep pushing forward. But I want you to do. I want you to do more for your recovery. Okay, I want you to do some meetings and stuff and really get connected. Can you do that for me? Will you do that, please? I promise you, you'll love it. It'll help you. You'll make friends. And what did you do? Just jump off the methadone? Thank you. Just do it for me, okay? Because I promise, Michelle, that you'll call me and you'll say, girl, you was right. Why didn't I do that a long time ago? And okay, so you messed up your take homes and you ended up going into withdrawal. And then you were like, fuck it, I'm just gonna stop. And then you stopped. See, you didn't plan. You didn't plan for success. So you planned for failure, girl. You gotta plan for success. You can't just jump off of like that. You gotta taper low and slow. That's why you failed. That's why you went back out. Because you jumped off like a maniac. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. You can't do that. What am I telling you guys? If you don't plan for success, then you're planning for failure. You gotta plan that shit. Or else you're gonna take a leap off and you're gonna die. I mean, that's torture. I bet she was sick as fuck. I'm all up in this live stream tonight, you guys. I'm getting excited. You got a plan, girl. You got a plan. My sister is blowing me up right now, you guys. I'll make an announcement. My sister's pregnant. Oh, well, you did, and it's over and done with now, girl. Let's move on from it. You know what I mean? It's all over and done with. Well, sometimes we make bad decisions. You know what I mean? We can't kick ourselves in the butt for every damn bad decision. Every damn bad decision we make. You know, it's all that matters is that you're alive, and you are able to get back on track now. I don't think you guys understand how many people that I talk to every day who are just like us. Oh my God. I'm proud of you guys. Y'all are doing amazing. Don't. I think you need to stay right. Don't go up too much, okay? Stay on an even dose. I know, Amy. Me neither. Neither did I. I don't think any of us did. You know. But it is what it is. And here's the deal. I talked to my mom today on the phone, and she was like, y'all. Every time she tells me she's proud of me, I just cry my eyes out. And she was like, I saw your. She goes, I was over on your channel the other day, and I saw all the people commenting, and I'm just so proud of you. And I was like, thanks, Mom. She's like, you have so many people that care about you. And I was like, I know, isn't that awesome? You know, like, y'all, it wasn't like this before. I didn't have people that cared about me. I had people that used me and abused me and only wanted to get fucked up with me and didn't give a fuck about me. And now I have all of you guys who really care about whether I do good or not. And I'm going to show you guys all how awesome I can do. Just came on to say hello. It's like you're in the UK. Oh, thank you, Sue Jackson. Thank you so much, girl. Thank you for coming over. Good night, and I hope you sleep good. We just, like I said, I just want us all to remember that everybody in this, not everybody in the chat is where we're at in their recovery. So we all just got to be gentle and be careful, okay? And be mindful. Yeah, Michelle, and that transparency, it really does help, okay? You can be you come on here and you just tell us if you want to get high that day, you better tell us about it. Here's the thing, like, I really want you to know that you can do this. You can learn new coping skills and retrain your brain, and you don't have to ever relapse again, okay? You don't have to. Good night. You can stay sober and you can make good choices, and your life can change, okay? You can have everything you ever wanted in life. You just have to believe in yourself and really take some action, because it's not going to happen overnight. We got to get serious about our recovery. And we got to really buckle down hard and start doing the things we got to do to stay sober. Okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Your girl's getting tired. My eyes are getting red over here. So I'm going to hang up and I will see you guys tomorrow. But listen, again, no hard feelings. I'm not mad at anybody. Again, I repeat, I'm not mad at anybody. I just want you guys to know that let's be a little bit more mindful when we're talking about, medically assisted treatment and other people's recovery, because we're all at different stages in our recovery. And I want all of us to do well. And we're like a family here. So this is just a little, I want us all to just be mindful, okay? I hope you guys have a great night. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for helping me stay sober.